Welcome to the AKA podcast. We have Rustam Serbiev, who is often mistaken for Habib. And I know they look similar, different, but similar. But I remember having coffee with you one day near AKA at Starbucks. And then the people
Yes,
come
yes.
in, they go, Habib, can I just have an autograph? And you were very nice. You said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not Habib. And they almost didn't believe you.
Yes. Yes, but it was not the first time. It happened like a couple times, when I'm in United, like in San Jose. It's happened like a couple of times when I go to market, like Target or Safeway. It's like people watching me. They ask me, "Oh, Habib, can I take picture with you?" I say, "I'm no Habib," but I say I train with him, same team. Like
They
it
go,
happened
okay,
like a
well,
couple times.
they go, can we have picture with the guy that spars with Habib? That's what they do. That's the new one, right?
Yeah, that's gonna that's gonna be the new thing. Last time when we go in AKA, like people stay outside the gym, wait for him to come outside. And
Yeah.
like sometimes I go outside, and then I want to go to my car, like people follow me. Oh, Habib White, can I take picture, signature? I say, I'm no Habib.
Did Habib realize this? He's like, oh, good. It's very busy today. I will send Rustam. Rustam, go distract them. You go first, right?
Yeah, but a lot of people say this one. Like they say like I talk with like Habib. Like my English is like Habib. I talk Russian like Habib. I look like Habib. Like in comments, I watch like comments or last podcast. I give like couple interviews in Russian like journalists.
Mm-hmm.
I watch the comments on YouTube. I see like he looks like Habib. He talks like Habib. He's from Dagestan. He's not from Chechnya. They talk everything.
Well, you want to know the funny one for me is people say, hey, you're coach, you look like Coach Javier, you look like his brother. Everyone says that. Like, not everyone, but at least 100 comments. I'm like, Javier, you're my brother, even though I'm from, I'm German Irish. I'm not
Yeah.
Mexican. I speak Mexican Spanish, but I'm not Mexican. I like tacos. I like
Yeah,
tacos.
I th- I think everybody like tacos.
Yeah. How did you like tacos first time trying? You tried Mexican food. Like, what was the new food you liked when you first came to train in California?
California, but I tried tacos only one time or two times,
Yeah.
but I like it.
Yeah. And anything else that you tried that you liked that was good? Like any
From
other?
Mexican food.
Yeah. But did you try anything that was new like you never tried before? You probably tried your different European food. You live in
Yeah,
Belgium.
yeah,
They have
yeah. It's very different food. Every time when I come, like before I come first time to America, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts.
I tell to myself, when I go, I will eat this way, because I see on YouTube, Instagram, every time Dunkin' Donuts. But I come already like 5 times to United States, but I never eat it, bro. I don't know.
Well, I think they're going to shut down, unfortunately, because they've had no business for the COVID. So,
Mm.
but all that is that there'll be less fat people in America because
Yeah,
it makes you fat. It's
but
tasty.
yeah, but every street you have like street food something, like McDonald's, KFC, or I don't know, like different things. Every street, you watch left, you watch right, you have different things.
That is the one thing because I like you. I grew up in Europe, and the restaurants close at maybe 9 o'clock at night usually.
Yeah,
Maybe
nine,
nine
ten.
thirty, 9:10. Well, in Spain, it's all night. In Spain, they eat dinner at 10. But in Italy,
Yeah,
everything's closed. So I remember being hungry. Well, I'm hungry. Where do I go eat? And there was not even 7-Eleven. There was
yeah.
nothing.
In United States, you have seven. Yeah, like I've been in Madrid. It's 24 hours open everything. They
Yeah.
work out 24 hours.
How did you like I like Spain a lot. My wife and I we would like to live there one day, maybe. I like
Yeah,
Spain.
it's beautiful places. I like Valencia. Like Malaga.
Malaga, yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful place. To go with your family or wife.
Well, my wife was reading a lot of blogs on different vlogs on YouTube, different people that came from Russia, and they're like, "Oh, I think I'm moving to Spain," and they were buying condos, and they really liked it.
Yes, yes.
But I don't know. I went to Tenerife, the islands off of Africa, Spain.
Ah, yeah, yeah, Tenerife. Yeah, I know. I know
Beautiful.
what you mean.
I mean, I love
Beautiful.
California, but Spain is very close to me. You know, very very similar. And the water's
You,
warmer to swim. We have beautiful ocean here, but if you like sharks and cold water, if you want some cold wet sharks, then you go swim in Santa Cruz. You might get a
nah.
nice.
But I never gonna swim in the United States. It's dangerous. But I don't
But
believe this. But where you go, Miami, maybe some shark. You know, everything can happen, brother.
I
I don't trust the oceans from the United States.
I was in Florida when I was younger, and I was there for school, and we went to the beach, and I'm sitting there with my legs just not even half my legs in the water, and I see shark fins on the waves. I'm like, wow, you can see them from here. You know what I mean? But
And then I don't understand how people can swim in this.
you know, it's kind of a danger, love for the ocean kind of attraction. I don't know. Surfers love it, but they say if you're on a surfboard and they see your legs
Yeah,
sticking up, you look like a seal, a sea lion. You know, morsh. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right, right.
More,
Morsh.
yeah,
See, I know a word, but I know animals. You know, kit, morsh,
yeah,
akula. You know, but I don't.
yeah.
But I can't say punch him better. When you guys are there, I could say it's hora show davai davai, but I can't say
Mm.
kit, morsh, morsh. And they're like, what are you talking about? You don't learn Russian yet, you
Yeah,
know?
you talked with Javier Mendes. How
I,
is he doing?
he's doing good. He's dealing like, you know, we see all this stuff in the news about Habib's father, you know, and we didn't want to
Yeah,
talk about it openly. And I respect that. You know, it's Habib's business. We're not here to make more stories spin out about Habib. You know what I mean? It's his
yeah,
family, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. But everybody knows like he's okay. He gets sick. I hope he gets soon better. But you don't need to get to like details. You know what have like this. Sick is
Yeah,
sick.
it's a privacy. It's a family, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm doing podcasts with Javier later. I saw him the other week. I went and visit him, you know, and he's hanging in there. He's kind of not so happy because he wants to be coaching. He lives to coach, just like you. You know, you live to
yeah,
fight, and you tell a fighter you can't fight, and you sit here, and then the fighter's
yeah.
like,
You're right.
ah, what do I do? Right? It's hard.
Yeah.
So,
And when he think he gonna open the gym.
you know, we're hoping for June 1st, but you know, we're seeing California open and open and open slowly. First, we don't have haircuts yet. You know, maybe we when we get to haircuts, we get to gyms.
Yeah,
And
this Monday here in Belgium open like everything, you know, like shops, everything, but no gyms. Gyms close until September.
which is crazy because you see hundreds of people at the grocery store here in America.
Yeah,
And what's the gym? You know, but
I yeah,
go ahead.
I don't understand it too. Like you know, like every shops now, like before only like food, you know, like markets open. Now
Yeah.
like clothes, everything open, like barber shops,
Yeah.
everything is open now. Like some like restaurants are open, everything is open. And then they cannot open the gyms, you know, like okay, I understand if they say like only like 20 people in the gym, inside the gym, you know, like something
Hmm.
like this. If you go to the shop, you have like 100 people close to each other, you know, you can get sick too. But this is okay, you know. But and then they, I don't know, like how, what they think about sport, you know. They don't think about sport people, you know, because sport people need to make money too. Fighters, like I don't know, like soccer players, everybody make from playing money for
Yeah,
fighting.
I mean that's some of the biggest business in Italy. The biggest business is soccer, is football. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and same in Spain and most of Europe. Like that is their big deal. I mean, it sells so many shirts and so many.
yeah.
You know, all
Tickets,
everybody,
bonus.
the restaurants by the stadium and the hotels and the tickets and the,
Yeah,
you know, the posters, all this stuff. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like in Germany, they start playing soccer
yeah.
from this last Saturday. They start
Oh,
in
good.
Russia, next month.
Russia
They
is
start
getting
next.
is very getting this virus very bad from what I read. I don't know personally. What do you hear about what's going on in Russia with the virus? Because they get hit later than everybody else. So they're
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
is that
Like
what's
I hear like a lot of people get sick now, like in Dagestan, like in my country to like Chechnya, you know, like in whole Russia now.
Yeah.
They have like big panic, you know. Now, first the people don't trust, you know. It's not like virus like this, but no, it get like really, you know.
Well, that's the thing, right? We're sitting here. You're healthy. I'm healthy. You know, everybody that was with the camp is healthy. You know, that was with the Habib's camp. You were there. I was there. You know, Javier was there. You know, everybody's healthy, right? Either.
Yeah, yes,
So,
but
all those guys are healthy, but a couple of UFC fighters have tested positive. You've had Jacare, and you had another guy, Lyman. I can't think of his last name, but two UFC fighters. You know,
yeah, yeah, from last time, from 185 weight, right? 185.
Lyman, good.
Middle,
Yeah,
yeah, middleweight fighter. I think from last card when Tony Ferguson fight Gage. You mean this fighter?
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
he
so.
get tested.
Well, that happened. That was, you know, what's interesting is I really enjoyed that card. That was amazing UFC to watch. And
Yes.
then the next two cards, it was not, maybe because it was not as big of a fight, the excitement was a little less. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, of course I understand.
It was like,
But
where's the energy? The energy, you know. But then again, this was the UFC. We usually only get excited when it was the best card, you know.
yeah, it's every
And
time.
and then fight night, you know. And you as a fighter, I mean, it's hard to become a star, to build yourself if you're only on TV for 5 minutes every 6 months, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you're right.
saying? So
You're right.
I've noticed your social media really go up. You've done some smart moves, and you need that social media, because I
Yes,
think it's one thing if you become the world champion. It's another thing that you are interesting to the people and they enjoy watching your life and your journey.
yeah,
You agree?
yeah, yeah. I'm agree. You know, like how it's like social media and fighting. I think it's like separate. You know, fighting is like business. You know, like your own, like you fighting. You know, for your team, like for your
Hmm.
people. But social media business is like your own business. You need to grow yourself up. You know, you can make good money from social media if you do like you have to make like good steps, you know, in social media. Your pictures have to be good, your, you know, like everything have to be good. You have to talk with your followers, you know. People need to be interested in you, you know, not like a fighter, but like a normal people, like, you know.
Hmm.
You have like people follow you only because you are fighter, or only because you're training in AKA. But you don't need only this, you know. You have to gain like more followers, like they like, you know, just know like a fighter, like just like a
Yeah, you
real
share
guy,
you
you know.
share you share the journey with your fans and your friends, and they
Yeah,
become like a family to you too. It's I think some people, back when social media started, I've been around MMA social media from the beginning. And when I was doing it back 12, 13, 14 years ago, a long time ago, we had Chuck Liddell working with the gym I was dealing with, right? And
yeah,
he had 113,000 MySpace followers. And back then, that was a lot. You were a celebrity if you had 113,000 followers. Think about it.
yeah,
And then now we have numbers on Instagram. We have people like Khabib that has 20 million. You're like, wow, now that's a lot. We thought
yeah,
100, because social media was a baby. And we first were thinking, oh, 113,000 people know your name. Wow, that's a lot of people.
yeah.
Now it's like, yeah, everybody
No,
has
yeah,
113,000, right?
yeah. No, it's about million followers, you know. They don't care about like 100 people, like 100,000 people follow you.
Well, I was watching your account and I'm like, okay, he's got 57,000 followers. I look
No,
back, how many
before I
were
had 60, 65, 65, 67,000.
67,000 followers, and
Yeah,
you jumped over the mountain. They more than 200,000 followers in a week, I think.
280, 281. Yeah, before I get like, first time when Habib post me on his Instagram story, I gained like, I don't remember, I think 17,000 people
Yeah.
when he posted me on his Instagram. And then after he posted, he tagged me on his picture. Like I gain every time like this. But I don't know, like I'm getting popular in Tajikistan. I don't know why.
You know why? Because you're friends with one of the most famous people from Tajikistan, which happens to be Salim.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what, because they see that you're a friend of Salim. And man,
yeah.
if I post a picture of Salim, there's probably, 20, 30, 40, 50 comments, Tajikistan, Tajikistan. And, they put the flag on Salim. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. And hey,
yeah. And then I gain like, I don't know, 85,000, 90,000, and then I do like journalistic with Russian guy on interview. Then I gain like 100 something, and then people they do like repost. You remember one video where I do knockout like with head kick
yeah. Your
with
fight.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they repost this video. I gain every time more and more.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, this is an interesting conversation. People see social media and they go, "Oh my gosh, you're so important," but it's internet life, and then there's life, right?
Yeah,
And you represent a brand well. Like if I was a sponsor, you'd be somebody I'd want to work with because you probably, oh, okay, he's not up there yet, but people like him for who he is. That's important. Do they like him only because of the last event, or do they like him because even without an event, he's very popular because he's a cool guy, he's a good person, good role model. Let's follow this guy. So I think I was impressed. I was happy for you. I'm like, awesome.
yeah.
You almost
Thank
have as
you.
many followers as Javier, maybe by tomorrow. Right? So we're going to have to do the Rustam podcast. We're going to come on your podcast. There you go. That's the idea I have for you. I'm
Yeah,
talking.
yeah, I understand. Like I know, like social media, like popularity is very. You have to gain like popular. Like some promotions like you because you have like a lot of followers.
Hmm.
Like people like you because of you. People gonna buy like pay-per-views. Like for watching live on your fights. This
Yeah.
that's what promotions want now. To sell like pay-per-views and like and like
They need you if you have a following. Same with movies.
yeah, yeah,
I was listening to a journalist talk to somebody or a podcast, and he was talking about this girl. She was a great actress for a movie, very attractive, very good at acting. And he goes, you need at least 20,000 more Twitter followers before I can work with you. Imagine this. You're qualified for the job. So here's another story I'll tell you. There's a very famous comedian, funny guy. And
yeah,
and he does movies with The Rock, Kevin Hart.
yeah,
And
Kevin, yeah,
so Kevin Hart is biggest following in social media, like maybe 208 million, something huge. Not the biggest. Ronaldo, I think, is probably number one, or a Kardashian. I'm not sure. It's like looking at what is the top song of the week. But the thing is that he does a movie. He does a movie, right? And the movie studio goes, "Oh, very good, Kevin. We paid you $20 million to do this movie. Now put it out on your social media." He goes, "You paid me to do a movie. You want that advertising from my social media? Well, that will cost you more because that'll guarantee your movie sells 100 million people go see that movie. So if you want me to promote it, you have to pay for that. That's my business. Yes, you got me as an actor, but you want this costs extra."
yeah,
So that's the
yeah,
future, right? Would you agree?
yeah. I'm agree. Like you make your own business. I don't know. You open your own shop. You
Mm-hmm.
have to put money inside the shop. To make it bigger, to make it beautiful. Like people see it. I want to go to this shop. It's same, but you have to make work from Instagram too, brother. It's not only you have to put it in sometimes too. If you want to, okay, if you want to make it, you have to put something in. It's not every time you put in and you don't get back. You put in, maybe a couple months later you get it back.
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
like this, brother.
well,
I
look,
think like this because
yeah.
like in AK, I can go to AK Thailand too because it's cheaper. It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
cheaper, than San Jose. But I know it's more different level in San Jose. You have a lot of fighters like Bellator, UFC fighters, and when you do sparring with them, you get better. And then, okay, I lose $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. Okay, in 2-3 months you lose, but then you have to think, but you gain a lot. Like you get better fight, a lot better fighter.
You
It's
feel
the same
yourself,
thing,
you grow. Yeah.
Yeah, I grow like I'm already like 2 years in AK. I grow a lot, like
Well,
wrestling, grappling,
but you
like mental,
also,
a
yeah.
lot of mental. Javier Mendes make you strong, like mental strong.
Yeah. Now, people see him on podcaster. He's very humble, but they don't see him as the coach. And he's not. He doesn't turn his hat around and become like a general commander. He's more like a
Yeah,
thinking man, like a man who plays chess, not a man
yeah,
who's just yells. He just talks
yeah,
to you and he says the right words, and your brain goes,
yeah,
"Oh yeah."
yeah. He's not like he don't gonna say like this something. He just talk with you. He like when you ask him something. Because he's the coach. Because he's a long time in this business. We are young guys. We ask him. Coach, what do you think if you do better this, or if you do better this? He tell everybody like I think you have to be better this. Like couple fights, I get like good fights like for good money,
Hmm.
but I don't take them. I don't take this fight.
Yeah.
Because Javier Mendes tell me, Rustam, you're still young. You have time. You have time to fight anybody, but still keep going training, and we have to fight. We're gonna fight. We fight like right fights,
Well.
because they give me like good names, like good fighters names. They
Mhm.
have good records, I already good records, like experience, very good experience, like old guys, already. And but I just turned 22 years, I like coach tell me you can fight till 35 years, so you have time, yeah. He tell me you have time, so don't rush. I don't rush, I have to listen. He's the coach, I'm
Well,
training in his gym.
he's seen the numbers. I mean, he has over 30 years of experience, and he goes, okay. Everybody that says, "Oh, you can fight this famous guy," and then that guy breaks your jaw, and you don't fight for 5 years, and then by then you're
Yeah,
too
that
old and too injured, and he says, "No, you're not ready for that yet. You're almost ready. You're not ready for the
yeah,
alligator yet. We'll give you the small lizard, the little one that runs in the backyard.
yeah,
Start with the
yeah,
lizard, then get to the alligator." And
yeah,
I think Javier, people like him because he tells the truth. He's like a
yeah. He
father,
tells the truth.
right?
He's like father. He's like in the gym like father. He talk face to face. And he don't say like no better. Maybe you think, maybe not. Because it's good money. Take the fight. He never tell us. He said no, don't take the. You don't need this money now. Because you need your career. Because okay, I'm gonna fight. Okay, I take like 20,000 for now because it's good money for it for beginners. 20,000. Like nobody make like 20,000. Everybody make like 4, 5,000, 6,000 maybe. Okay,
Hmm.
I fight. I lose the fight. Okay, I lose, but I get injury. Maybe he knocked me out, but really he get me. Maybe he broke my like chin. Something. Then I can't fight like 1, 2 years because my chin is broke.
Yeah.
That's why I like AK. Like it's like family. He watch his fighters. It's like we are very close with coach. He help us with everything.
I think the popularity of the podcasts, it's not as big as some of the other podcasts yet. It will be. I know it will be. I'm not worried about it. I think the more people
Very
discover,
soon.
yeah, the more people discover, the more they want to watch. And I
Yeah,
think I think the big thing is with Javier, what I saw in Javier, and I said, Javier, you need to podcast because you have a message. And not a lot of people have had a good coach. Some don't have a good father figure. And he kind of has both of those for many people around the world. They're looking for somebody to get good advice and to see how to be a man, how to be act as a man. Don't you agree?
yeah, yeah. I'm agree. I'm agree.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, okay.
he's like I don't know. I can't tell like 24 hours in the gym. Like when the gym open, he's the first there, and when the gym close, he's the last there. He's I don't know. He works a lot for his gym. He takes, and his wife Joanna, they do amazing things for the gym. And like for fighters, take care about fighters, about anybody.
Yeah,
It's like
it's not about ego with coach.
yeah,
He's already been a world champion. He's already coached many world champions. He's about the people, the experience, and I think first maybe when you're young, you're all fire like be the best, and then you
yeah,
get there, you're like, okay, what is the meaning of life? What is the relationship with my fighters? What
yeah.
matters? And
There's man.
yeah.
That's why everybody learn like SSSR like Russian.
Hmm? You froze a little bit. Let's see if you come back here.
close to Russia. You understand what I mean, right? SSSR.
Say one more time because you froze. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like SSSR, like close, like places like to Russia, like Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, like Chechnya, Dagestan, like this countries. If you say his name, like just Javier Mendes, oh Javier Mendes, oh Javier Mendes. Like a lot of people think that he is not popular, but if you go to Russia, I think it's probably they forget like Habib, you know, because Javier Mendes is very popular in our country.
I don't think there's any other Mexican American coach in the world that's very popular over there.
No. I don't think it. I don't think like I think Javier Mendes is the most popular coach. If you have like you give choice like to give like title for the best coach, Javier take it easy.
It's interesting because some coaches right now they have their fighters on TV, so they're the popular guy today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of their names are out there a lot, and they have some great fighters, and they're doing a great job. Nothing against other coach, but there's a certain style of what coach works for you. You know what I mean? And this is the kind that works for you. And there's other coaches that are maybe more like aggressive, and some guys like, I like that stuff. You know, Javier really has you work. He does not let you. I mean, I guess the benefit for you is you come to AKA, you're young, you're 22, and you've already been in the sparring cage with Habib. That's a dream for somebody. That's everything. You've been to the magic experience, right?
Yeah, brother. I did like I don't know, like 6 or 7 rounds I did sparring with him when he prepared for Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, and I like that coach gave you guys a chance, you know, and because you guys are hungry, you know, you and the brothers and more people in there. And it's like he picks different guys to get an experience, and you get to see what the top of the mountain looks like when you're in there with Habib, right?
This when you put you when you take it down, that is very. But now I understand why people can't stand up from him. You know, when they fight him, brother, it's different. It's different level, brother. How he uses his hips, his legs, his arms. You know how he moves on the ground, right? I don't know. You have like snake and something else together, but he's like everything together. You know, like
you're getting crushed. Yeah.
I don't know. you want to turn left, you know, when he take you down to stand up, you turn left. He's already there. You want to do something to right side, he's already there. You know, he I don't know. I don't know. He think. I don't know how he think. He see everything what your mind think. You know.
Mm-hmm.
He's like different. He's different guy.
He sees what you're thinking before you think it. He knows. He feels your body. He's like, oh, this muscle means this. Yeah.
Because he know, you know, he's a long time in this sport. You know, he know when he put somebody down, he have to do this, but he's already there before you do it. You know, he knows like everything.
You know, what was interesting was everybody was like, oh, watch out, you know, Tony Ferguson, this and that, and then Tony just fought a great fight, but he lose, you know, to Justin Gaethje. He tried to box the boxer, but I don't know. We did not get to see the wrestling of Justin. You know, because he's a great wrestler, supposedly. But we did not see the wrestling. All we saw was, you know, Tony trying to play boxer with him. And I figured my guess was that Justin hits harder than Tony, but Tony did not get hit for 11 fights. So I felt like in this fight, Justin hit Tony for all 11 fights in one time. You know what I mean?
I think it too, but I don't understand why like Tony Ferguson don't go for takedown or something. I know because his jiu-jitsu is good, you know. He does like some submissions like on the ground, you know. He don't do it. I don't understand this, why he fight like this.
Sometimes
Justin is very good, like boxing guy, you know. Okay, his wrestling is too good. I think his wrestling is good too, but I never see him like wrestling. But I know he's like character. He's a good fighter. But Tony Ferguson, he's like wrestling guy, you know, like jiu-jitsu guy. You do like I don't know, like snake things on the ground, you know. but I didn't see it, you know. He fight like stand up. I don't know. I think Tony Ferguson, like you said, he take like everything on himself, like for this 11 fights, for his all fights from UFC, from on this one night.
Yeah, he has a very, very durable chin, and many of those punches would have knocked out an average person. But I think he has very much, um, real estate in his chin that was not used before until this fight.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was very fun to watch. I wish it would have been Habib. I could see Habib doing very well against either one of those guys. I think they're both good challengers, but I think Habib has something for both of them. So it's interesting. What did you think after Justin won the fight? Did you expect this, or did you expect Tony to win?
Like I was like thinking if Justin don't win him in first like 3 rounds, first 3 rounds. If he don't win him, I say like Tony Ferguson gonna win him. But I was thinking like first round or second round. If Justin don't gonna win him like by knockout or submission, doesn't matter what, or stoppage by a doctor. But he didn't. I think yeah okay then. But after like third round, I see after second round and third round, I see Tony Ferguson. What happened? Because he take a lot of punches. His his face changed. After like heavy punches. But I remember one uppercut he hit like Justin. He go
Second
down.
round. Second round,
Yeah,
he almost
second
had
round
him.
he,
Yeah,
he go down. He almost get him there.
yeah.
It's only his time, but Justin deserved it. He did it. No, he have to fight like against Khabib. But
That
this is
that will be a great fight, and it's interesting. They're under the same manager, but it's only business, and I don't think there will be a lot of bad talk for this fight.
yeah. It's just gonna be like hard fight. But I'm for sure. Inshallah, Khabib gonna win.
Yeah, I think Coach is more comfortable. I think Tony, showed a lot of mystery. I think it would be hard for you guys to imitate, you know, Tony in the cage, probably.
Yeah.
When you do sparring, like you're gonna say, elbow and flip, and
Yeah.
you're like, okay,
Yeah.
but all that stuff looks cool on TV when it works on somebody. But none of those people that fought Tony would grab you like Habib and take you into this,
Yeah.
pressure, right? And people don't understand
Yeah.
that pressure, you know.
Then like only like who understands this pressure is the fighters who he fight, who
Yeah.
already fight against him. But like other fight like Tony, Gage, they don't understand his pressure, but they're gonna feel it if they fight him. But I don't think Tony gonna fight against Habib. I think
Well,
I think the story is done.
well,
I think
yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think Tony could be a contender again. I think he had an off night. It is what it is. To me, may the best man win. And I think
yeah.
Habib is at a different level. And like Coach said in a podcast I did with him, they don't realize, they go, "Oh, you never tried this American wrestling, or you never tried this jujitsu." Well,
Yeah.
have you watched Sambo? Have you watched all the Olympic wrestlers that come out of Dagestan? Some of the best wrestlers in the world, no question,
Yeah.
in that region where you guys are from. You know, so Habib has never had a shortage. It's not like he's a professional basketball player and he only plays with people that are 5 feet tall. You know what I mean? He's playing with people that are 10 feet tall,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you like Habib in his fights. Anybody take him down. Nobody take him down.
Yeah. No, I don't. Maybe, but not very much.
You never seen, and like Tony Ferguson tell you never seen like American wrestling, but he fight against wrestling guys. American wrestling, he fight it already. Nobody take him down, and then Tony say, "I'm gonna take you down." But Tony is the smallest one from 155 division. He's tall. He's okay. He's tall, but he's like his body is like small. If Habib grab him one time, then it's done right.
Well, you know that Habib wrestles against top American wrestlers like Ed Ruth, and Kyle
Yeah.
Crutchmer, right? These are top champions, right?
Yeah.
And then you throw Dagestan wrestlers on top and Russian wrestlers on top. He's been everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
so there's nothing new. There's no new mystery. The only mystery to me would have been the elbows from Tony on the ground, because he's so long, like keep you here and elbow your face, because he has reach, right? But that was it. So how is your training going now? How is your training going over there?
Well, I'm training like 1-2 times a day, brother.
Yeah.
like running, like only running sprints, like work on bag, boxing, like just like this. Like, yeah, I have to keep work my body, I have to keep working. But almost Ramadan or month Ramadan fasting is done,
Mm-hmm.
then we can train, like better, because when you're fasting, it's very difficult to train. I have to train like 1 hour before we have to eat, like
Mm-hmm.
1 hour 30 before I have to eat, and then after eat 1 hour rest, and then I can train again. But you
So
can't train like too much.
is fasting from sunrise to sunset?
Yes.
So you can eat at night and then nothing during the day when the light is out? Is that how it works?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. We what? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You,
Yeah.
you cannot eat. You cannot drink.
No
But
water.
now it's no water. But like for fighters, water is the most important thing because we drink like 1 gallon every day. Like like what time is now? Well, I have 1 hour. After 1 hour, I can drink.
Wow. That's so not just food, but also water.
Yeah, also liquid.
Wow.
You're right.
That's pretty heavy. So weight cutting
Yeah,
should never be a big deal. You're like, we practiced for a month. No, I'm kidding, but I'm saying it's very the water part's the hardest part. They say
yeah.
the
That's true. Because we drink like 1 gallon every day, and then
Mhm.
we before like we eat, I train 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then after we eat, after 1 hour, I will train again. Then you can eat, but the 1 hour before we eat, if you do like wrestling, you don't have energy. Like too much. You can't do too much because you can get injury. Because
Hmm.
you have nothing in your stomach. You don't drink water. It's like almost like cutting weight. Like
Hmm.
like 5 days, like 5 days before your fight, you
Wow.
can't eat. Like till way you white like till way.
That's something I think probably is the religion, the strength, and the foundation of all you Muslim fighters is that Ramadan. I mean that builds tough people for sure. It's hard, and you deal with your brain all day. Hey, do this. Hey, drink some water. I'm sure it's hard when the mind is thinking.
Yeah, but it's like the most beautiful month for us. We have to keep learning or religion. You have like time. You have a lot of time. To learn better, to come closer to your religion. You
Hmm.
you don't you can't go outside. If you go outside, what you gonna do outside? Now it's Corona. You have
Yeah.
Ramadan. You can't do anything. If you go outside, you can't eat. You can't drink anything. You can stay home. Like take your book like Quran something you know and learn more about your religion. Because come closer to your religion.
Yeah. So
That
you stay focused during this time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we have to stay focused. But Friday, Saturday, or Sunday is the last day. From Ramadan. But they don't know now. But we're gonna know in a couple days. And
Yeah.
then after we can start. Again drinking 1 gallon water every day.
Yeah. Well, that'll be happy. It's like better than Christmas. It's a
Yeah.
very good thing. So I was gonna say, you talked to some Russian journalists, yeah, and they were looking for a story on MMA fighter. That's how you jumped over the mountain with social media. But you have a very
Mhm.
interesting story. I always told you my opinion. I'm like, you know, Chechnya, where you're born, even though you live in
Yeah.
Belgium,
Yeah.
they love MMA. They love mixed martial arts. They had their
Yes.
own
Yes.
league, ACB, and that's now another league. But they started big MMA league in Russia, and
Yes.
and they even came to America. I was there for the event in California. So
Yeah. One time I think.
yeah,
I know.
yeah. So it's a big sport. It's up there with like basketball and football in America.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that level. And you're the only guy from that country that's training at AKA, which also has Habib, who they love too. And then,
Yeah.
and then you have someone like Salim, who's the only guy from Tajikistan at AKA. Well, no,
Yeah.
actually, Jami, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, that's only one or two people in the world at the special school. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
the university for 20,000 people.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So they get to see the story through you, and I think was that why they were interested, because you train over there with Javier Mendez and Habib and everybody, and are you
Yes,
fighter?
yes, yes. It's all about AK. You know, it's all about AK because I train in AK. I Javier Mendez is the coach. I train with Habib Islam. You know, like different guys.
Umar,
But I
yeah,
know when Zuba come, Zuba, you know, he's from Chechnya too. When I
yeah.
meet with Zuba, I think I gonna gain more too.
Well,
When
I
Zuba
mean,
come.
we want him to come out. Coach loves Zuba. He does very much. Zubaira, yeah. But I haven't met him yet because he hasn't been able to come to the camp yet. So hopefully the next time, yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I only meet him. I only meet him one time and it was in Thailand. You know, when I train AK Thailand with Salim, I only meet him there. It was like 5, 6 years already. You know, done. I never see him because in United States I didn't see him because last time when I come first time I fly back to Belgium, they come. And then
Mhm.
again, when I gonna come to United States, they fly back to Dagestan and Chechnya. You know, like Zuba goes to Chechnya. I never, but this time when for fight Tony Ferguson Khabib, I meet Khabib like everybody, and
Mhm.
now I have to meet again Zuba. You know, and then I then more people gonna know me too, because
That's
Zuba is from Chechnya. I'm from Chechnya too. You know,
well,
I have
you're
to respect. I need to respect him like my old brother. You know, like not only Zuba, like Habib, everybody who older is than me and AK. I have to respect. You know, like I'm for like little brother. Anything they say, I have to do it. You know.
well. They sure throw you in the cage. You were there for the shark. They throw you in the water. Akula time. No, but I mean the wrestling shark. No, but I'm saying like those guys are very tight, and they all seem to. I notice your culture. What makes it all popular? Very big in Russia. Very big in all the Stan countries, the southern Russia, where you guys are from.
Yes.
Tajikistan, Chechnya, Dagestan, Kazakh, all the different
Yeah.
area. So that's where most of the toughest fighters in Russia come from. Most
Yeah. You're right.
champions, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. From this countries. Yes. We have a lot of fights like from Chechnya, Dagestan, Kazakhstan, like Tajikistan. You know, they fight like in Russian promotions. You know.
Yeah, and more than the North, I think. I would guess from what I see. There's less. There used to be Fedor and his brother, but not too many more than them, right?
Yes.
Fyodor, yeah, say better.
Further Emelian.
I used to love to watch him when he was fighting in Pride. He was like amazing, you know. But the times come and go. Your star goes and it comes. But so
Yeah.
what did they want to know about for the different like Russian like news? What were they asking you? Like the experience over there, what it's like to train in California, or life during
Yeah.
COVID? Hmm?
Yeah, they ask me like like standard things, how many fights, how long you been in AKA, how is to do training with Habib, with Javier Mendez,
Hmm.
how is to be like sparring partner from Habib, like when he prepares for Tony, like they ask like 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 regular things, they wanna like to make to make something and to put on news.
Hmm. They want to make a story, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But it's good. But it's good for me, like for my popularity, they put on the stories, like Instagram, like journal. It's good. I can make name. Even I'm
that
fighting. I'm not fighting like for Russia. I'm fighting for Belgium because I live here almost like 12 years. I have to respect this country too because they give me everything. When I come, I have to respect this country too. They
how
give
how
me something. I have to give back something.
yeah.
Yes, what you say, brother?
Belgium, they have good chocolate. That's all I know.
Yeah, that they have chocolate like some waffles. Sugar
Mhm.
waffles.
Chocolate, and diamonds. That's what they make. Yeah, I've been to Belgium, but I was very little. I was living in Germany, so we go to Belgium. I think my father had a team, and they were playing basketball, so he had to go there for a tournament, and so we went to Belgium. So yeah, that was many many years ago. Yeah, so when all this clears up, back to AKA as soon as possible. Uh,
Yes, but I can't wait. But I miss like training. I miss like my partners. Like my team partners.
yeah,
I miss you. I miss you, brother. Sometimes
of
we go
course.
drink like. Sometimes we go together drink some coffee. But now we can't.
Yeah, yeah.
So I
Same
I, I
here.
miss Coach. Coach Hav. I miss like Coach Ron. Because they help me like. to get better in my fighting. You know, and my sparring partners, like my teammates, everybody. I miss everybody. I want to come back.
Yeah, they miss you too. I mean, they miss you and their fighters, their team. I see Coach. He's like, I just want to coach. He wants, he misses just like you. No, nobody's sitting here during this time going, oh, nice, relaxing. So many movies. You watch every movie, you'll finish them all in a month, maybe, and then nothing. Right?
Then it's done. But I understand Javier Mendes. You know how long he's teaching? Almost like, I don't know, 25 years, 30 years.
Yeah.
He's teaching, like he's teaching to his fighters. You know, he have his own gym, and then you close the gym, but you live in the gym. You know, he's almost living in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, every time he I know he have his own fighters. He hold meets. You know, he's every time busy in his gym, and then they close the gym. Of course, you're gonna feel like because this what he do. You know, he loves to do it, coaching. He loves to coach his fighters. He loves to make like good fighters, you know.
Well,
and then now everything closed. It's, I understand him, but I hope soon it will be done and they can open the gym.
Let's look at your thing so more people can follow you. I must find the Rustam Instagram, right? Look at you, 283,000 followers now. You grew 1,000 since we started talking. I don't know what you told those people, but it was good, But I'm really happy for you, Rustam. I really am. I think more people need to know about you and your story. I think that a lot of people, the casual fan is somebody who watches on once every. Oh, it's GSP. Oh, they watch, and then they don't watch for 10 fights. Oh, it's Habib. Okay, they watch and then they're gone.
Yeah. Now I have to work now on like network in Belgium, like Europe.
Yeah.
I need to gain like more followers from Belgium, like from Europe, because I represent Belgium and Europe, when I fight. Then that's why I'm working now with like Belgium journalists. That's why I tell you, brother, you have to put work and you because I want to grow up, because I know like a lot of followers can bring me like sponsorships, I can make
help you
train.
It's not, you're not trying to buy a Ferrari. You want to pay rent and eat food and train and become a better fighter.
That's why before I work, every time I make money, then I go to AK, I come to AK. But now when you get like professional fight, you have to stay professional and you have to focus on one thing, like only training. Because I go to AK, I come back, I fight, I fight, I win my fight, I get like something for my fight, and then what I have to do, I have to start working again.
Yeah.
And then I can't keep going, like keep training like 3 times a day or 2 times a day. I have to work, you don't have time. You have to wake up 6, you have to go work, you come home like in the evening like 6, you go training, it's almost like 9, You come home, you eat, you take shower, you sleep, and you have to wake up again. It's not life for like professional athlete. Then that's why I stopped now working. And I have to. Now I'm working with my Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm serious now. I'm gonna work now with like journalistic from Belgium.
What is Belgian language? Is that French or is there? What is the Belgian language? I forget.
You have French and Netherlands. French and Netherlands, 2 languages.
Flemish, or they call, I forget the name.
Yeah, Flemish and Vlaams.
Okay, you speak those too?
It's like, brother, I understand like Netherlands better. Netherlands I understand better. But before I come to this place, city, I live in French place. Like they talk French. I learned like good French, and then my mother say, "No, we're gonna leave this place. We go better to this place." And then no, I talk better, like Netherlands. But I understand French, I understand good. But if I want to talk, it's difficult, Because I'm learning now.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? J'ai pas, ouais. Yeah.
Because now I know. Because I'm now learning like English, like still Netherlands, Russian, my own language, If you know like English, if you know English, Netherlands, Russian is good. You can be good fighter.
Well, it makes your English is great because you have so many different languages. I think your brain is like always look like a puzzle. Okay, this piece, right?
Yeah.
The words.
Yeah. That's why, like, I know I say, like, I get like Russian journalists now. Now
Mhm.
I have to work. I put work in Belgian journalists, but I have to do it. I'm working on it. I'm sending messages. I'm talking with some journalists to make like interview something, because I know it's gonna help me to get bigger my name in Belgium.
Well, I think that's a very strong move. Public relations, PR, we call it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, and I think well now it's social media. It was PR. PR was the old days of newspaper. Now the
yeah,
newspaper's on the internet. The old days was get on television. Well, is television a big deal or is YouTube the same? I mean, if you think your favorite television show, if it had the views, like how many views did this TV show get tonight? And it
yeah.
only shows you 300,000, and then you see somebody over here gets 1 million for a workout at AKA on YouTube. Which one has more
Yeah,
views, right? It's the same.
you know why I want to take like Belgian gymnastics, because I'm the first Belgian guy who is training in AKA.
Hmm.
I'm the first Belgian guy who's training with Khabib.
Hmm.
I'm the first like sparring who did sparring with Belgium, like with Habib, from Belgium. But it's good thing for if they use it.
Yeah. Well, you have the Belgian hat. I'm joking. This Bellator, but you have the
You
Belgian hat.
understand?
Yeah, yeah, I do
Yeah,
understand.
you understand, right? You have, it's good things to use.
Yeah,
I don't do anything bad. I don't make any bad name, for somebody. But I tell I'm like Belgium guy. I'm
yeah.
Belgian from Europe. I'm fighting for AKA. I'm training with Habib. I'm the only Belgian guy who is doing that.
And you're the only
Take me.
Belgian guy that's getting asked for Habib's autograph once in a while at the coffee shop. So it's very cool.
Yeah, this I can't tell too.
That's pretty funny. I don't know. I think Rustam. I did a podcast the other day with the president of One FC, One Championship. You
Yeah.
know them? Big
You
company.
tell me last time. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but I
good.
did with the Italian one. He used to work with
Yeah,
Bellator, Scott Coker, and he's been biggest kickboxing promoter in Europe. Is
yeah,
Carlo De Blasi. And I did an Italian. Italians never seen a podcast before. But it's been a week, and every other day someone comments, wow, that was really long. But I really like to watch the whole thing because there was
yeah,
something interesting.
yeah,
And because in Italy, I grew up in Italy. The Italians are like, hey, they talk real fast. So they want to
yeah,
watch the TV show, hurry up, hurry up. So now you give them 2 hours, blah, 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 podcast. And they're like, what? Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I made it through 2 hours. So they don't
yeah,
have big podcasting. I think if you do podcasting, I help you out. You do podcasting in Russia, you do podcasting in Belgium. That's where that on top of your social media and your fighting, I think you can bring people a very unique experience because you do train at AKA, you do train with some of the biggest champions, but also you're good at telling your story, you know? So people like what you have to say. I mean, when I talked to a journalist the other day, he was looking for story. He covered Habib's camp when he was fighting Dustin Poirier, and I made
yeah,
friends with him. And he was on one of the podcasts on the channel too. George, he's Georgian, and he was talking, and he's like, this is really cool what you guys do, and he put Salim on TV, and Salim was seen all over television in Russia on R1, the biggest channel in Russia. Well, one of the
yeah,
biggest, the government channel, yeah.
yeah,
So this is the same thing you're doing, and people need some stories. So the journalist asked me, no, I want to talk to, I know Habib, we've done that, but I want to talk to a fighter who's struggling, who's trying to make it, and so forth, and it's
yeah,
worked out, and how this is affecting him.
yes,
So it's interesting. I can see why the journalists were coming to you, and there'll probably be more, and the other ones will see your story, they go, oh, it's just like, when people were kicking the bottle, the video,
yeah,
Instagram, they kick
yeah,
the bottle, make it
yeah,
spin. Yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
They go, oh, the Rustam video is good. I do a video with Rustam, I get more views. So it's the same thing, right? But you're an interesting young man. I mean, you've been through a long journey to get where you are, to get to AKA. So you started with AKA Thailand?
Yes, I only two gyms where I went like for my training camp. It's AK Thailand and AK. I never been in another gym for like training camp, and I never gonna go. That's what I want, you know. I started with AK. I want to finish with AK, you know.
And
Yeah,
there's so,
you have to be loyal, brother.
yeah. Well, that's a big thing about there too. There's not many guys leaving. Sometimes somebody leaves, it's not for him. He wants his own show. And you know, even Javier, he will tell you, you have to be about you to be successful in fighting. Not in,
Yeah,
you know, not like look how perfect I am. More like your focus has to be on you and your success in fighting.
yeah,
Because if you worry about everybody here and there, then you'll never
then
bring the focus in the cage. Yeah.
you're right,
So
man.
so I
It's all
understand.
it's all about mindset, man. It's all about
But
how strong you're inside your mind, you know.
well, some I would presume some young fighters are going in. They go in. I did pretty good on this show, or I was on the Ultimate Fighter, or I was on this TV show, and I'm somebody now. And they don't have a big record, and
Yeah,
they come in. They're like they're looking for a coach to say you're the best. I'll buy you dinner every day, take you to my house, live for free. They're looking for that guy. And they might find that guy, but they're not going to get the best coach because the best coach is not going to come chase you around. Oh, please, can I coach you? Javier
yeah,
Mendez, yeah.
yeah. No, it's Javier Mendez is different. It's different, very different, brother. You know, I know Rush. You know, like I know like some people like you know fighters when they start. Oh, I want to be on TV. Oh, I want to rush in TV. You know, like I want to be live when I fight. You know, like no, I'm just starting. I know, man, my time gonna come. You know, like if it's need to be, it's gonna come to me. You know, I don't rush. You know, if I need to be on TV, it's gonna come. You know, soon. You know, like but I have to work for it. I have to win my fight. I have to show. You know, like not only for myself, I have to show to coaches too, like Javier Mendez, the main coach from AK, then Ron Kessler. You know, I have to show them. You know,
Hmm.
I'm ready to fight like in show promotions. You know, I mean like show promotion. Only promotions where I want like get my contract. It's only like I want only in UFC, but Bellator and UFC. You know,
Hmm.
because
I
you know
made
that's
some
only
I
for
made some new contacts in Europe. but but then
but you know like
but
in other
you have to
promotions
look at your
and,
you have to
and
look at your life. I mean, you have to look at which promotion works for you. If you feel like you're waiting too long, most people feel like Bellator's number two. One FC
yeah.
is an opportunity if you just they pay good, but you're not
Okay,
as
they
famous.
pay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they pay, like UFC, like Ryzen, you know, from like this Asian play, they pay good. I know they pay good. Like ONE FC, they pay very good, like for first fights. And in UFC, I think your first fight is 15-15 or 20-20.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I think something like this. I,
mm-hmm.
but but the most popular is UFC, but you know how many people go there to watch the fights. You know, I don't like to go inside and don't see people. You know, I like when in UFC, you know, when you coming out to the cage and you watch like left, right, you see a lot of people, you know. That's what motivate me, you know, like this motivate.
The experience, yeah, the
Yeah,
experience. Yeah, you could
it's
you could make more money on a promotion that's not as big and be famous in a place where nobody's watching, or you could
yeah,
be, or you could be over here, you know, and
yeah,
in the UFC and the undercard, whatever. It
yeah,
is a process. It is a process. You know, the best way to get in the UFC now is the contender, the fastest way.
contender. Yeah,
Yeah.
the fastest way is contender.
Sec-
That's what I want. I want like win five,
yeah.
six, 7 fights, and then I want to fight contender. If
It's good.
coach say I'm ready, I'm gonna fight.
It's hard in some countries. I talked to my friend in Italy. He says it's really hard to make a paycheck in fighting if you fight in Italy. You know, Enrico. You met Enrico, yeah? So
Yeah, yeah, I know.
he was fighting for Brave, and they're out of his country. They're like fight over in Russia or fight over in Middle East and different places or India.
Yes, yes.
He'll go anywhere, but not in home. There's so much taxes and so many people grabbing the money. He's like,
Yeah,
hey, I'm paying you to go get punched in the face. What is this story? And and it can't be all about money because UFC and all these sports, they start at the bottom. It can't be all about money. It has to be that you love fighting. Because
you're right.
if you're just there for money, you could go drive a truck.
You know,
Hmm?
right? Sorry.
That's okay. You're back. Go ahead.
Like like in Europe. ما مسك حما يحت ألان to interview as well. Like like in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
like MMA is not like too big,
Mm-hmm.
like Enrique. I talked it with Enrique, we talked it like where you, like where you fight, like
Mm-hmm. Well, we will be back after this message.
it's almost, but I don't know how. Like here, I think they don't like fighting sports, that's my opinion, they don't like. Only thing it's here like popular, it's like kickboxing, like kickboxing. MMA is not like
Glory.
they think, yeah, like glory. They think
K1.
like MMA, yeah, K1. They think like MMA is too dangerous. You can like kill somebody in MMA, but it's the same like kickboxing, like K1. I don't know, like it's glory same thing. You can kill somebody with head kick too. He can die. But about if they think about MMA, they think like you put like two lines inside the cage and you let them fight.
Let me ask you a question. What has more risk of dying, Formula One racing or MMA?
Formula One, but for me it's Formula One.
Professional motorcycle racing, dirt bike racing, Formula One. Which one has more death? You know what I mean? It's bottom line. Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't. They think like this here in Belgium and I mean in Europe, like in France, you cannot fight MMA, because it's not legal.
Mm.
You cannot fight in France because all French guys they fight like in Netherlands, Belgium, like Luxembourg, like Italy, like Germany. They fight over there, because it's not legal in like France. I know like this guy Francis Ngannou from UFC heavyweight guy.
Mm-hmm.
He want to make it legal in France, He want to bring UFC to Paris,
I love watching that guy fight. He's amazing, amazing athlete. Yeah, he's just like not much technique, just all power, just power. Like
it's only power. It's only straight punches, 1, 2, hook, 1, 2.
Or hit you this way, up, down. Oh, boom. Oh, you're out. Not even like this, but just right here. Bing. He just has to flick his wrist and you get knocked out.
Yeah.
He has a button on the light switch. He turns off the light switch very quickly.
Yes. But I hope like in Europe it's gonna get better and more popular,
You know what? I talked to the president of one championship, and I said to him, I said, you know what I think you're missing, and he agreed with me, and he had the same idea. He said, I got some ideas from you talking with you in the podcast. It's funny. I'm just like over here. I've always had ideas, but I see California and I see everything here move so fast. So you think faster, you see more things being invented here, ideas, sports, media, movies, technology, right? And so a lot of the smartest people in the world come to California and they get that inspiration and it spreads around the world. And they're not all local Californians. They're people from all over the world, from Russia, from Europe, from Asia. They all come here and they create this stuff. So
yes.
I see this out here and you think like the people out here, your brain is on a different radio station. And I tell them, I said, you need to have this show with like the UFC did, like the Ultimate Fighter, because this way, over 10 series, they get to see Paolo and Jorge and George and, Klaus and, you know what I mean? Tomas, all follow through the story and they make an attachment to this fighter. And that fighter becomes somebody they want to see fight. And they build like an attachment. But if you just see a guy that shows up, Chuck so-and-so fighting tonight, you're like, who's Chuck? Who's Bill? So I think the reality show, done the Ultimate Fighter style, I think it's more affordable to make now. Shoot, I could do it myself. I could do it all by myself. Give me a camera. You know what I mean? But I'm saying like to make this kind of show, even if it was on YouTube or anything, do several. Okay, I need someone to put up a house and some food, and we need a camp. Let's go. Let's make the show. You know what I mean? And then it all ends up on a fight promotion. I think that if the people have a series, if they just see you fast, I don't know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What a soccer star, they see him over and over and over and over. They see the soccer star for 3 hours in the soccer game, and they follow. Here's Paolo Rossi, hey, Giovanni Michelello. You see the guy over and over and over.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you're right, brother. You're right. They have to do something like this in Europe too, to make like MMA popular, you know.
I
But some countries from Europe have to make it like legal sport, you know, like in Europe. I don't know. I think it's same like kickboxing. They do like Muay Thai with elbows.
mhm.
It's the same like MMA almost, you know, like you can like somebody you can take down somebody, but like Muay Thai is it's dangerous too. Muay Thai with elbows, you know, like spinning elbows. I don't understand. I hope they do something. I hope like some fighters like make big names in Europe and they fight like in UFC, Bellator, and like, you know, like some countries make like legal this sport, you know, because they have like big fighters now.
The problem is the amount of money is not enough, and the different taxes in different countries. It's financial. It's like
Yeah,
more friendly in America to be a businessman than it might be in certain parts of Europe. In this part of Europe, you pay 70% tax. In America, you're only paying 30% tax. You know what I mean?
but
Excuse me.
it's no problem. But like taxes, it's a lot of taxes here in Europe.
Yeah, yeah,
But you know it too. You know, for like you know like a regular month salary is like you make like 1,800. You know,
yeah,
you make it's at least you make like 1,800. But
yeah.
the different is here you pay like for home like 700 or 800.
Hmm.
But in California, bro, you pay like 3,000 or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you make every month like 5 or 6 7,000. You know, and in California you make like you can make easy like
And you
six
can
seven
make
thousand.
triple. You can make 20,000, 100,000. You can do anything if you believe in California. That's the
Yeah,
thing is there's the possibility. It's not guaranteed. Most people
you're
won't,
right. But
you know.
if you use your mind
Sure.
right in California and
Yeah.
you take and you use your money right, well,
Mhm.
you can be a very good businessman in California
But you have to
because
you have to think ahead, like what could go wrong, what's good. You have to be like you're playing chess, like you play chess.
yes,
Strategy.
yes, yes, you're right.
You just come to
But
California, you get a job, maybe Akula comes and gets you. You know what I'm saying? It,
yeah,
it's beautiful, and you come here, you're a new guy. You're like, oh, look at California palm trees by AKA. Oh, my new friends. We go out, and then you go out to eat lunch. You're like, oh, wow, this is 3 days price of eating out in Europe than it is
yeah,
here. You know, something hits you.
yeah,
You're like, then you go to pay
yeah,
for your room. You're like, oh, you go, you know.
yes. It's expensive.
You
It's
pay for
expensive. But
gas. You pay for gas. You're happy. Yeah. You're like, oh, good
yeah,
price. Right.
it's like like I said, you brother. You have to put your money in yourself. You know, if you want to grow up. You know, it's like it's the same. Like you like I don't know. You make like you make your own gym. You have like old school stuff. Like nobody gonna like it because it's now it's you know it's all about Reebok. You know,
Yeah,
now it's Reebok. You know,
we get
now
new
and then
sponsors since you left. We get new sponsors for bikes.
yeah, you told me that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice stuff. Yeah, and more
Can't
coming. More coming.
I can't wait till they use them, brother.
Oh,
You know, like bike is like too heat, brother. It's too much heat, brother.
the bike
You know, it's
workout.
like
That's when you.
yeah, it's
That's
like we make pool inside the bike workout, brother.
we have
You
bigger
know.
fans. New bikes, bigger fans. But I still don't think that changes much. You know. You could add another fan, two more fans in the room. The steam is coming. You
but
guys are
you, but
moving.
you remember you've been there, right? When you
Yeah,
do like bike, it's
yeah,
almost like pool. It's almost like pool, but you can't swim, you know, and swim.
yeah. You can't walk into the mats. You slip. It's so full of water, right?
Yeah.
Well, we
Uh,
listen, Rustam. You're a
yes.
wonderful podcaster. I will talk to you more later about doing your own podcast in Europe. And
Thank you, brother.
at first they'll go, "What the hell is this? It's very long." But then they'll realize, "Oh, I'm out of Netflix. I have nothing else to watch. Maybe Rustam show's okay." So,
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
possible too, brother.
well, they get to see a young man grow up and a young man work hard, and you have a very interesting group of friends. So I think you could make something good. I think that's
I
very
hope it.
possible.
I'm working on it, but I will work for it more. You know.
I'm gonna wrap this up, and I want to say thank you, Rustam. And people
You.
can follow you I'm going to share the screen because I'm just, instead of saying it so fast, you can follow
Thank
Rustam.
you.
Make sure to follow Rustam's ever growing. Let's see if it grew since we were on here. We have 283,000 followers. We're over here on Instagram. Okay, still 283, but I bet if I come back in 5 minutes, it's 284. You know what I mean? So, which is huge. And I'm happy for
Thank
you.
you, brother. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rustam.
You're welcome, brother. So keep watching Javier Mendez podcast. See you, brother. Thank you very much, brother.
I'm let's see.